Our fruity Vima nights.
All right, we're live. Oh, God.
All right. What's going on, Vima World? Hey, thank you for joining us tonight on our weekly training call. We've got some very valuable information lined up for you guys tonight that we're going to be covering specifically on launching your business, whether you're a brand new person, which I know we have many brand new people on the call tonight. That's great. The business is all about you. Spotlight's on you. Everybody wants to help you guys become successful. Other than that, if you've been in the business a little bit of time and maybe you've let life kind of get in the way, you've let some other things kind of happen to you, you've let your business kind of slide or go on the back burner a little bit, all of these things that we're going to be talking about tonight are going to be applicable to your situation. How can you essentially relaunch your business? And you know what? All four of us that are going to be speaking on this call tonight, we have all been in your shoes. Number one, we have all launched our own business for the very first time. Number two, each of us are either in the process of relaunching our business now, or we've gone through that process at one point or another. And I really believe in this industry, in this business, within Vima, our team, you're going to really be relaunching your business multiple times throughout your career. And I do say career because my hope is that you'll be one of the people that really treats this like a career. Even if it's only part-time, my hope is that we're going to teach you the skills, we're going to show you what to do that's going to enable you to treat Vima like a career, and it's going to actually pay you career money. So first of all, one of the things that we are teaching is a very simple, strict, getting started process that everybody follows. And what you're going to hear tonight from the speakers is a very similar process of how they got started, what we're teaching, how to do it. You're going to hear a different kind of thing from each of the guys, but all of it is very, very similar. For me, what I've always taught a brand new person, know your why. Why are you doing Vimo? What attracted you to the industry? You've got to know that. Number two, what are your goals? What would you really like to accomplish? How to create a contact list. And the most important thing that I really try to teach on is how to invite people to learn about Vima, how to expose people the very first time. I know you're going to hear different things from all the guys, but it's all going to be very similar. For me, the thing that I want to touch on specifically that I'm personally having a lot of success with right now is inviting people via text message. How do you engage a person via text message to spark a conversation out of thin air with a person that's never heard about Vima before? How do you effectively communicate, have a conversation, ask the right questions in a sequenced order, and ultimately get that person to become curious about Vima? And then what do you do after that point? I'm not going to get into all the details. We just simply don't have time on this webinar. But I do have a video that I've done, a 30-minute webinar on text messaging and inviting people via text messaging that all of you guys are going to want to study. It's amazing. We'll get to that. But really what I think when you're brand new, if you've never done Vima before, you're just getting into it, how do you launch your business? And you're going to hear these concepts of how to put a contact list together, how to start inviting people, and ultimately begin getting people curious. That's going to inevitably lead to them watching a video, getting on a three-way call, ideally coming to a home event, and then signing up. That is the process. It's all about a system of exposures. But to start out, all you guys have to understand is that this is a business where you earn while you learn. You don't have to earn or learn, rather, everything before you take action. At the end of this call, you're going to have enough information to go ahead and start inviting people right away. And I promise you at the end of this thing, you're going to be so fired up, I doubt you're going to want to go to sleep tonight before at least shooting out a few messages and invitations to people that you know to start learning about Vima. Personally, the first meeting I went to, I was so excited. I knew I was going to make something happen with my Vima business, and my belief is that at the end of this call, you're going to feel the exact same way. All three of these guys you're about to hear from are absolute legends in our team, in the Vima world. And I tell you what, they have all three, number one, launched their business the very first time very, very quickly. They had incredible success early on. That's one reason why I invited them specifically to teach on this subject tonight, because they all launched their business successfully, quickly. They got lots of orders. They made a big check their first month in the business. And then secondarily from there, all three of them have gone through a relaunch of their business. And I want them to also kind of talk about kind of their mindset during that time, for those of you watching this that maybe aren't brand new, but you've been in a while. So the first guy you're going to hear from tonight, very excited. He's a star executive leader in our team, which, you know, that is a rank that not many people achieve. It's definitely rarefied air. This guy, he's a young guy, but definitely a tried and true entrepreneur. So give it up, pay attention, get out your pen, make sure you're taking notes. Shane Sullivan, I'm going to toss this thing to you, brother.
All right, Brad, I appreciate that, guys. I'm pretty fired up about this call. When we were on here chatting for a couple of minutes before we got started, Brad was kind of going over the purpose and the mission of a call like this, and I think it's phenomenal. Okay, going into 2015, you know, I think a lot of us are trying to head into that with a clear slate, a clear, new, positive mindset, kind of flashing back to how we did things 2 years ago, and it's been so long. It's crazy to say 2 years ago, over 2 years ago. So, you know, I started brainstorming about the differences between what's going on now and how we did it 2 years ago. And I will tell you, 2 years ago was the best time of my entire life. And I know these guys can say that when they got started, it's some of the most exciting stories and things happening that I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I got so jacked up, fired up about Vima, and I think that had a huge role in how successful we were, how quickly. I know these guys have phenomenal stories, and I posted the other day about the day. You know, it was like 2 years ago yesterday, the day I met John Clifford. So 2 years ago, the next 1, 2, 3 months was incredible. I mean, the kind of success stories that we were putting out was absolutely insane. And I jotted down a couple things, a couple reasons to why I think that happened. Okay, back then it was so simple. Okay, nowadays we've got an incredible, massive product line to fit everybody. Okay, we've got so much training material out there and so much educational, personal development material that exists in the Vima world and in the Sarver team through all the Facebook groups and everything, and it's phenomenal. Okay, but back then the training was a Word document that contained one paragraph of what to say to somebody, and it contained one YouTube link of the only Vima video that existed that you could go out and send somebody to inform them about what's going on here. Okay, we didn't have all these products. We had Verve, we had a Verve shot, we had Sugar Free, and we had Vima. We didn't even have Body or anything. Okay, so I think the lesson to be taken from that is something Dan Sarver talks about all the time, how we want to take it back to the simplicity. It was so simple. We didn't have all these distractions. We didn't have all these things we did that weren't money-making activities. All we did, someone enrolled, we showed them the video, we gave them the sheet, said make a contact list, make some goals, and let's go. Light yourself on fire. Okay, back in the days we used to have those conference calls, and Jordan Waldo would, tell everyone to pour gasoline on themselves and light a match and light themselves on fire and go nuts. Okay, and it was so much fun because we did light ourselves on fire and we were having that kind of success, and I think that's something that we kind of got away from. And we do want to keep it much more professional than we used to do it back then, but I think internally, I think we got to get back to lighting that fire. Okay, there were so many crazy success stories, and they kept coming one after another. And the reason that is, it's kind of like the story about the 4-minute mile, if you've ever heard that. I'm not going to go into it, but, people that joined, we saw people going 0 to dime in 30 days. Okay, bronze to platinum in 5 weeks. I mean, we saw some crazy success. So I think, being somebody watching that success, it really helped everybody understand that that's what was possible. Okay, because you're seeing it in front of your own eyes. Okay, and I think that's something we got to get back to. Okay, we've seen crazy, crazy things happen. You can have massive, massive success in this business as quickly as you want it. Now, no, not everybody's lifestyle is going to fit going 0 to diamond in 30 days. Because yeah, we worked our freaking butts off. And another thing we didn't do is I mean, all the excuses didn't exist. I mean, we didn't have all the problems that we had today. Okay, I know these guys have had full-time lives and busy schedules. I was a college athlete in season. It was in the spring of my senior college baseball season that I got involved and I started this thing. So that was like working 2 full-time jobs and throwing Vima on the side, and we were still able to have the massive success that we did. Another thing, I mean, you always hear the excuse about the area you live in. I mean, there's excuses out the butt that you hear all the time and nowadays, and I think that's something that we didn't tolerate, we didn't mess with back in the day, okay, because so many people built this business their own way, utilizing the system and the training, the simple training that we had. I mean, John Clifford's business is 98% international. Okay, so his day consists of doing what I'm doing right now, sitting on his couch in front of a computer. Okay, I had a busy schedule. I didn't do home events. I didn't have time for home events. You know, eventually we got into that, but starting off, I mean, I didn't have any home events. I didn't have barely any Vima around me. So if you're in one of those areas where, you know, you're not near the Sarver house for the meetings, or you're not in Phoenix, or you're in some, you know, random city in the other corner of the earth by yourself, it can happen because we've done it before. So this isn't just theory, this isn't just guess, we're not just trying to motivate you saying you can do it. No, we've seen it happen and we've done it before. We kind of had like an us against the world mentality. You know, it was, if it's to be, it's up to me. Okay, and every single person came in with that fire and with that attitude, and I think new people kind of just were thrown right into it, because as a new affiliate joined the business for whatever reason, they were immediately surrounded by these guys. They were surrounded by Zapata, they were surrounded by John and Brad and all these, and Waldo, and all these guys that had, you know, fires lit under their butts. I mean, Ryan Bradshaw. Okay, so it's contagious. When you join a group of people like that, you have no choice but to get excited and get fired up. And put out the results that you're looking for. So, you know, I just think that right now, after most of us, the 3 guys on this call, have been doing this for about 2.5 years, that's exciting to me for the reason of basically we've seen it all. Okay, we've had the incredible ups, we've had the 0 to diamonds, we've had, you know, executive, star executive, presidential rankings. Okay, and we've also lost it all and gotten it back again. So I really feel like in the merry-go-round of network marketing and of Vima that we've seen pretty much all the successes and the challenges that we're going to have. So now we're so educated on what it takes to get there and what it takes to get out of those slumps, you know, that are inevitable throughout your career in network marketing and your career in Vima. But it's just exciting to know that we've seen everything. So we're prepared for anything that's going to come at us. 2015 is going to be a huge freaking year. I'm excited. I'm ready to light that fire again. I'm ready to hear Jordan Waldo teach us how to pour gasoline on ourselves and go absolutely crazy. And I think that's what's going to happen. So, you know, take it back to keeping it simple, light that fire on the inside, be professional on the outside, follow the steps and follow the system that the guys that are earning 6- and 7-figure incomes are laying in front of you. Their success is dependent on your success. So if somebody at that stature, of that rank, earning that type of income, lays out this plan for you, lays out the text invite video and all these training calls and these tips, if you want to be successful, I mean, it would be suicidal to not tune into this stuff and not take this to heart and believe in it wholeheartedly and follow it step by step. So that's just kind of my thoughts on, excuse me, what we did 2 years ago and what we're about to do in 2015. So I hope you're as fired up as I know all of these guys are, and I am. But with that, I'm going to throw it to my dude, John Clifford. I mean, this dude's got an incredible story. I know he's not going to toot his own horn, although I wish he should, because the purpose of this call, man, is to show them what we did 2 years ago, because most of these people weren't around, man. So don't be afraid to toot that horn. We got executive leader John Clifford. Off to you, man.
Well, I appreciate that intro, Shane, and I mean, all of that was probably wouldn't be possible without you. We talked about it when we first got this business started. It was 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, whatever it took to launch this business. And when you have that mentality, success is inevitable. And so what I really want to talk about today is the basics. Network marketing, it's always changing. 2 years ago, when Shane and myself and Eric and Brad were building this business, texting was the forbidden fruit. It's something that you just did not do. You needed to become an expert on picking up the phone and calling people. And now, Brad Sarver and myself and Eric, we just got back from GoPro in Las Vegas. I'm sorry, Brad Sarver and myself, Eric, just thinking about you. We got back from Las Vegas, and everything had kind of changed. Eric Worre was teaching an approach about how to utilize the text message invite and how to build your business that way. Network marketing is always changing. 2 + 2 is always 4. The 50 states are always going to be the 50 states. But when you look at network marketing, it's changing. It's always changing. So if you were sitting there trying to learn everything, you're studying book after book after book after book after audio after audio after audio after audio, you are going to be in quicksand because it's always going to change. You can never learn this industry because it's constantly adapting to the times. So what I encourage you to do is to master the basics, learn a few basic things, and go, 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 go. Adapt as you go along, and you will do so much better. So we've managed to now launch teams all over the world, successful teams all over the world. Most recently, we've really taken this Australia team from a few diehard people to about 100 people, and we took a new Denmark team from one person to about 75 people in a matter of weeks. And how we are doing that is with every single new person that is added to the group, we are getting them connected with as many uplines as possible. And so I want you guys to think about that logically. So many of you are, okay, this is your upline, Brad Sarver. Say what he says, do what he does, and you're going to have the results that he has. But so many people slip through the cracks because they can't connect with Brad on a daily basis. Brad only has 24 hours. He can't be in every single time zone at once. He can't be on Facebook 24 hours a day. It's just humanly impossible. So you need to get them connected with as many people as possible. So first things first, when we get somebody started into the business, that is exactly what we do. We make a list of each and every single upline, and then we tell the newest person why they need to connect with that person. Then we escort them to that upline, and we say, hey, Brad Sarver, this is our new PEQ. This is the newest person on board. Sam, I wanted to get you connected with Brad. Brad's built an international business all around the world. He's our elite upline. I've learned so much from him over the last 2 years. He's going to be a big help in building your business. Greg Miller. Hey, Sam, this is Greg Miller. Greg's a star executive leader in Vima. Our UK team looks at him as a father figure. He's been an incredible leader for us. Hey, Sam, this is Shane Sullivan. Shane has become an international leader. He's so wise when it comes to social media and how to brand yourself. He's really going to help you build your business. Sheldon. And so we go on and on and on and on, and we introduce them to each and every single upline. We escort them to them. Because if you make a list and tell people, hey, these are your uplines, go talk to them, what is the likely chance that that person's going to message every single stranger that they don't know, set up a call with somebody that they don't know, follow through with that call, and then go on to build that business? They're probably not going to do that with every single upline. So when we're having success launching these teams, we are getting the newest person connected with as many uplines as possible. We are making a very extensive list. When we got started in the business, that was really the first thing that we were taught, to make a very extensive list. And I find that the easiest way to do that is hop on your Facebook, click your friends list, click A, and you're going to see the first person listed. What I wish I would have done is made a more extensive list, because over these last 2 years, we've added thousands and thousands and thousands of people, and I've made so many new Facebook friends that now when I go back to make that second list, I have to surf through all the people who are already on Vima, who's not in Vima, who did I grow up with. When you're fresh into the business, you don't have that problem. You have people that you've already known. So you make a customer list, you make a prospect list, a potential affiliate list. Step after that is really to just establish your why. Why is this going to be important to you? And don't necessarily make it just about the cars and the travel and the lifestyle. Find something that has a very, very, very deep meaning to you. And then step 4, the most important step in this whole process, is go, go, go. Don't wait around. Don't try to learn the entire industry, as we discussed before. This is something that you need the basics, and then to go forward with the basics, and then you teach the basics to a few people, and that can really make you a fortune. So looking back at what we've done 2 years ago and looking back at what we've done today, we teach people the basics. We assure them that they don't need to know everything in the world about network marketing, and we encourage them to go, go, go. Brad said it earlier, this is an earn as you learn type business, and I promise you, if you spend more time taking action rather than more time sitting there and studying, action is what's going to put a paycheck in your pocket. So don't take anything away from learning. Definitely spend some time on that. But when you first get started, it's all about that action. So that's all I have for you guys. I definitely want to introduce our next speaker, someone that is going to leave you fired up. Eric has been an incredible leader in this business. He's someone that has helped me out so much, and he benefits nothing from my business at all. Eric and I aren't connected, but he's such a selfless leader that he's taken so much time out of his day on a regular basis to connect with my team all across the world. So I have so much respect for Eric. He's become one of the biggest leaders in our VEMA business and in this Sarver team. So Eric Zapata, I'll pass it over to you.
Man, that's nice, man. You're a nice guy. Appreciate that, Mr. John. All right, guys. So let's get this going. You know, the thing that Brad really wanted me to touch up on, guys, is how I launch a business and how I'm getting my whole team involved in launching their business as well. Okay, there's a system, you know, that a lot of network marketing companies, they have the same kind of system going for the most part. You know, some people tweak it. You know, it's just all the same general concept. So what I'm going to do is I prepared some notes, guys, and I'm just going to literally, if you have a pen and paper, guys, I'm going to teach you how people like me, John, Shane, people that made money fast, launched our businesses. Okay? You got to first get this in your head that this is a business, guys. You need to treat it as that day one. Write this at the top of your paper. Today, I'm going to treat my business like I just bought a brand new McDonald's for $500,000 or $1 million, whatever. Just put a big price there, okay? Because that's how you got to treat it, okay? Because I guarantee you, if you dropped $500,000, you'd probably be waking up at the crack of dawn with the roosters, all right? And a lot of people aren't treating it like that. And another thing is I launched my business. I got so stoked about this whole VEMA concept that I couldn't wait to get home and build my list when my mentors told me that's what I had to do. So you guys got to get excited, be excited. You got to sell yourself before you can sell anybody else. And then, you know, once you enroll somebody, you guys, you have to lead your people. People want to be led. You know, if Michael Jordan was offering me basketball advice, you know, I'm going to take everything that he says and that he throws at me. Why? Because I know it's going to better me, okay? But, you know, if you're not confident about your skills, then your people won't be confident, you know, as following you. So this is it, guys. Just remember this. You know, write this as down. You know, write all this stuff down. I'm telling you, I got one page. I want you to have the same page as me. I'll write this down, guys. A goal without a plan is just a wish. I'm huge on goal setting. I'm sure all these guys, you know, on the screen are they do the same thing. We set goals and we try to attack our goals and we try to hit them every month, okay? Because if you don't have a plan to follow, it's just a wish. You're not going to get very far. You get to wake up when you want to wake up. You know, you say, I'm not motivated to do VEMA, but you'd be motivated if you had a list of goals that you read every single morning that's in your handwriting. That's huge. Write your goals down in handwriting. You can read it in every kind of, you know, wealth book possible. That's what wealthy people do. All right, so let's get to this, guys. Launching a business. First thing is first. Number one. Write a number one and circle it. Okay. The first thing is enroll them. I don't be that person that adds somebody to the Sarver team or visionaries or says, "Oh, I just saved them a spot. They're gonna get a case or two when they get paid in 2 weeks." Cut that out. Why? Because when you enroll them and you know, all you're doing is you're transferring. You know, you're on their time now. What I'm trying to get to. You know, they're gonna start punking you. You know, you're on their time. So enroll them first. Get them some product, okay, and get it fast. All right. And once they're enrolled, now you'll work with them, okay. And this needs to be first. This needs to be done first night. You know, the first night you guys are with each other, guys. Number two is understand their why. Ask them, why are they doing this? And if they just say to make more money, you know, or just to, you know, I don't know, I want to be free. Ask them more in-depth questions. Ask them why they want to make more money. Why do you want to be free? What could you do with that money? Who could you take care of with? You know, why do you want to take your mom to Greece? Those kind of questions, they all matter, and because it makes you think, you know, it makes you think about your why and get a lot deeper. Because if your why doesn't make you cry, then you know it's not strong enough, and it's not going to keep you motivated. Because I know for sure that when I set my why the very first night, I couldn't sleep. I was so excited to wake up the next day at like 6:30 in the morning just to get things going. And I know some people that are just like, oh, I'm in this business, VEMA, we'll see how it goes. That's not launching somebody correctly. So let's go back. Number one is enroll them. Make sure they got product before you even teach them anything. Number two is write their why down and talk with them. Keep asking them questions. Let them know that you care about them, all right? Number three, make an instant contact list, okay? This is how you launch somebody, okay? Because if we give, you know, I know we're all busy. I know some people, you know, might want to do this on a part-time basis. Some people, you know, they're just going to be a little bit slower. That's totally fine, but try to get them on fire, okay? Because if you don't show, if you don't treat them like they need to treat, if you don't, kind of lead them in the way that they need to make this a business and set goals for themselves, nothing's going to happen. They're going to get really bored fast. They're going to have no direction, and they're not going to see any money. And when you don't see any money or no checks come in, that gets very unmotivating, and they're going to end up quitting in month 1, okay? So what you need to do is launch them by, this is step number 3. Write this down, guys. Number 3 is make an instant contact list. And what do I mean by that, guys? I want you guys to make a hot list of 25 people that you want to text. You guys got it easy. John said this. You guys got it easy. I made 50 phone calls my first day. I listened. I followed one script. It's simple. You guys got it made. All you have to do is text 25 people in one sitting. That's what I want you to do. Who's your hot list? So while I'm just on a computer playing around, I want you to go in that corner, and I want you to go make that list of 25 people. Who is the top 25 people that you cannot wait to tell this about, this opportunity? Go on your Facebook, go on your Instagram, go on your contacts, and write a list right now. Meet me back here in 20 minutes. And I'll wait. 15 minutes, whatever. I'll walk them through it. But that's proof is they're working. They're excited about something. They're writing names down. You're making them take action right then and there. And that's going to keep them motivated, guys. Because the thing is, we're being lazy leaders. We're sending people home like, oh, yeah, well, check this video out. Here's a good video to check out. Or here, welcome to the Sarver team. Like, that's not cool enough. I need you to launch tonight. Okay? So once they have those 20 to 25 people, I, as a leader, am going to walk you through this. At the end of this video, I'm going to give you a script of mine. Okay, this is what I feel is most comfortable and beneficial into inviting somebody. Okay, so you got that contact list. The next thing is to set up your first home event. Okay, some people you're going to notice there's people you got to pet on the head because they're slower. They're not really all into this. They're just going to see how it goes. That's totally fine. You need to fill those people out, and you can't disrespect them. They're on your team. You got to take care of them. But the people that want to launch, because this is what it's all about tonight, is launching a successful, fast-paced Vima business. Those people, set them a home event within the first 48 hours. Why? Because it makes them take action. Okay, think about this. Say Shane has a test. Me and him, we're both college athletes. We're kicking, we're partying. We got a test in 2 days, a huge calc exam or whatever kind of math you're in, and we haven't studied none. We haven't even been going to class, but we know that we got to keep our grades up. We have something to work for us, but us as procrastinators or leaders, we make things happen. So we're gonna go study last minute. We're gonna make this test happen. We're gonna get an A on the test. That's how you gotta treat your Vima business, guys. Don't procrastinate, but you gotta say, you know what? I got a home event in 2 days, and if that person gives you the consent to have a home event with them in 2 days, that means they're all about their business. Because if they make their home event in 2 days, that gives them something that says, damn, I don't want to sleep tonight. I got a home event in 2 days, and we got to get things going. That's how I was. I set my home event 3 days out from when I joined. I knew I had work to do. I made my list of not 100, not 200, but I made 300 people list that night, and I got to inviting right in the morning. I followed one script, 50 people. Everything was a phone call. That's discipline. Why? Because I felt I had to impress people. I felt that I had a business, and I had to show all my friends who doubted me that this thing was going to work. Launching people, okay? So we got your home event set up, all right? That's step 3 is make an instant contact list of 25 people that you're going to get on the text messaging tonight. And we also got your home event set up for either tomorrow or 2 days out, 48 hours max, okay? If they say, oh, well, my planner, let me check my planner, maybe 4 weeks out or 3 weeks when I get back from Vegas, going to, that's too much excuses for me. I'll deal with it. I'll be like, great, but that's not a launching kind of person. Those are the people that are going to move a little slower. Okay. Next thing is number 4 on the list is teach them the 6-step approach. All right. I'm going to teach you guys that. I have it on my phone. I'm going to read you a script that I use. I'm going to teach you that in a little bit. All right. Number 5 is watch them and help them. Okay. So I'm going to say, hey Shane, this is what we're going to do. Here's the script. I'm going to give you an example. I'll role play with you a little bit. I'll be here right next to you, and once the text messages start flooding in, I'm going to tell you how to respond to them if they start trying to know too much information or whatnot. But I can guarantee you this as a club promoter, as I used to, it's a numbers game. If I invite 25 people right now on the spot the correct way, there's no way, no doubt in my mind that, say, Shane, do this. 25 people you're going to invite tonight while I'm here with you. and yeah, you'll get some messages back tomorrow, but I'm going to teach you how to respond to a majority of them. But you text message 25 people, and of those 25 people, guess what? 10 probably won't respond, or 10 will just, they just won't get back to you right away, but 15 will that night. And you got 15 people to work with. And out of those 15 people, since you're so jacked up and you're following the script, you're edifying right, out of those 15 people, what if 7 or 8 people show up to your home event? That's about right. And out of those 7 and 8 that showed up, 3 leave, they pat you on the back, they say it's a pyramid scheme or good luck or whatever they want to say. But then you got 5 or 4 more to work with. 2 order products just to start out, and 2 become affiliates. That's launching your business. Imagine putting in 4 orders in one night. That's exactly what happened to me. I had 25 people show up to my house my first night. I prevented it like a club because I hit up 100 people in 1 week. It's simple. Follow a script and just do what you got to do. Break it down if you have to. 20 today, 20 tomorrow, 10 tomorrow, whatever you want to do. But it's a numbers game. So imagine if you guys invited, you planned your home event 1 week out from now, and you invite 100 people with the same exact script. You don't care if you've not talked to them in 3 months, 5 months, or 6 months. It does not matter. It is a script. Get fired up, y'all. Like, it doesn't matter, because if you don't ask, the answer is always going to be no, because you never know what someone's going through in life. I hit up 100 people, and guess what? Out of those 100 people, 50 don't even respond. But out of those 50 people, 30 show up to your home event. Out of those 30, guess what? You start with 5 affiliates. But who's brave enough to start with hitting up 100 people? I'm just giving you examples of how to launch a business. Microsoft, they didn't just say, "Ooh, Xbox is coming out. Check it out." No, they launched Xbox. Okay, they made it exciting and hype. All right. So, number 6. Get them in touch with an upline. For example, I know somebody's on a call right now. This is my homegirl, Maddie. She's phenomenal. She's a sweetheart. You guys probably, heard the introduction on Visionaries and Sarver team. But I told her, when I had her, guys, remember this. Remember this. Iron is hot. You strike it. Strike iron when it's hot. Maddie and me, we had a great conversation at work. We work at the same restaurant on the weekends, and she was fired up. I pulled up my phone. I got her on the phone with Brad Sarver because I knew that credibility of seeing this guy's average, 30 years old, cool dude, makes 6 figures doing this. He's only been at this for 3 years. That really inspired her. Okay? All right, so I'm just going to keep walking down this list, guys. This is some side work. Okay, so that was night 1. Circle that whole big thing. That was night 1. That needs to be done night 1. But then for the next couple of days, you can give them a little bit of side homework. It's not going to be overwhelming. This is how I set my team up. Remember, we all do things differently, but this is how I launch my people. This is some things that you could be doing. I just had Maddie right now before she got on this call, while she's fired up, listen to Jim Rome, Building Your Network Marketing Business. It's 1 hour. Tell them to break it down if they have to into 2 segments, 30 minutes apiece. Why? Because it's going to get them thinking a little differently. It's going to get them prepared to, just be excited about what network marketing has to offer. Okay? And then after that, say, hey, while the week's going on, I need you to tap out your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter, your MySpace. If you got one, I don't know, your LinkedIn. Get your contacts and make me a brand new list of 250 to 300 people. Don't worry about if you haven't talked to them in 6 months or a year. Just look at their personality, their profile, and see is that somebody that I want in my business or as a customer. And then make a separate list, at least 50 affiliates that you would like to have in this business, or you could see doing this business, and another 50 people that drink Red Bull, 5 Hour, Monster, Rockstar, energy drink, Starbucks, Gatorade, pre-workouts, protein shakes, vitamins, minerals, all that stuff, who can use our product. And if you guys want another time, hit me up. I have a customer script that I use myself. I do a lot of product tastings and stuff like that. That's separate. I'm talking business right now, because it's cool to get you guys customers. When you have customers, you get free product. And guess what? When you're not paying for your product, you have a free business, you're happy. All right? You're more excited to know that you don't have to just always make ends meet. I know that Vima's going to take 20-something bucks out of my account every month, and it feels good instead of 150. Tips for success, guys. You gotta let your people. You gotta let them know they gotta stay plugged in as much as possible. Like Margaret the People says, the thing that she did and her whole team did is they make sure everybody stays plugged in for at least 90 days. All you need to do is you need to be on as many calls as you can, leadership calls, UVUs, home events, studying Vima on the side, the product and the the Vima stars. Watch Brad Sarver videos, Luke Kish, all of them, and replace TV and things that are not going to benefit your business in your future, and put some more Vima stuff in on your own time that's fitting. Okay, I like to say, get addicted to Vima, get obsessed. Okay, and then when that happens, you start making it a habit. Big things start to happen for you. Okay. Like I said, yeah, study my videos or my webinars, any of these guys or any people that are in Vima. If you do what we do, you say what we say, you're going to get what we get, okay? Check out the compensation plan. I let them know, in the next week or two, it's totally fine. You don't need to memorize it, but just learn the different ways how we get paid. I usually explain, how to start people up on a 1-pack, a 2-pack, and an affiliate pack. Great. And otherwise, it's up to them. It's their business to check out their back office and do the, check out and research the compensation plan, and then give me questions. Big hints. Write these down, guys. If you are brand new, keep Vima off social media, at least until you hit a rank of silver or gold. Keep this VIP. Some people, they tend to get really excited and they want to take a picture of their affiliate pack that's on their doorstep. You just ruined. I mean, you didn't ruin it, but in my terms, yeah, you kind of did. It's because you put it out there. Now everybody knows what you're up to. Now they know why they're getting hit up, and they can already prejudge. Okay? Start branding yourself today. If you guys are somebody that's new to the business and you're always out drinking, partying, great. I'm not telling you how to live your life, but when it comes to branding yourself on social media, have a profile picture that it's you smiling, and and a background picture of your lifestyle, beaches, your family, something good like that, and delete all negativity, all swearing, all party pictures and stuff like that. Be a business person, because the way I see it is, if I wouldn't want my parents or a CEO that I'm working for to come on my Facebook page and judge me, then I shouldn't have that on there. Okay, so I keep it all clean. Post motivational statuses and quotes and stuff every single day, because people are going to start following you like, hey, Shane, what's new with you? Why are you so positive lately? What's going on in your life? You seem really happy and excited. And that is when you start getting people to want to know about your opportunity. Okay. And just remember this, guys. This last thing. I'm going to give you the script. But one thing I wrote down is very important. If I could go back to month 1 in Vima, I wish that I would have used the script that I used in my first day through all the next months that I was inviting. Yeah, I hit numbers because I was hitting up so many people, but I did it without any structure. I was just excited. I was like, I don't care. Something's about to happen, and it did. Things happen. But if I can go all the way back like I'm doing right now and be professional and use the script that we know works, you're going to see a lot of success, guys. Use the same professional approach I'm about to give you, and if it's not for them, great. Never burn bridges. Say, hey, it's in your head. No means not now. And if you end out on a professional manner, and you keep hitting numbers, you're going to start seeing success in the business, start making money, and guess what? 3, 4, 5 months from now, those people that once said no are going to hit you up and say, hey, you got a time for a cup of coffee? Hey, Eric, it looks like that Vima thing's treating you right. Hey, Eric, you're in Arizona for that Vima thing? Then you got things working, because you never burn bridges and you always stay professional. All right, so I'm going to end out this call right now, guys. If you guys want to take these notes, I have on my phone. This is my script right here, okay, guys? Write this down. Number 1, greeting. Number 2, only have a moment / in a hurry / clear their schedule. Number 3, I'm excited / working on an idea and it's going to be huge. Number 4, I thought of you right away because ... 5, do you look at more ways, or do you look at other ways to make more money on the side of what you're currently doing now? Number 6, make an invitation. That's my professional approach that works for me a lot. And Brad Sarver has a perfect text messaging invite, but personally I think that's people that have been in Vima for about 3 or 4 months now, or 2 months. But this is for people to get people to their home event, to launch their home event. Okay? But then after this, and you're 2 months in, 1 month in, then start using Brad's approach. But this is for your first home event, okay? So I'm going to give you an example, guys. Don't write this down, but I'm gonna give you an example of how this all works out, okay? Me, okay, say I'm talking to Chris Finance, my main man. Hey, Chris, what's up? Chris is gonna go, not a whole lot, Eric. Same stuff, new day. You, I'm going to go, everything's going great on this end. Hey, real quick, I only have a moment. I'm going to walk into the gym. But hey, what do you got going on Thursday at 7 o'clock? Or what do you got going on at, you got 48 hours. Your home event's in 2 days, so 2 days at 7 o'clock. Chris is going to go, nothing planned. Why, what's up, bud? I'm going to go, hey, I'm really excited about an idea I'm working on. It's going to be huge. That's actually the reason I'm messaging you, is because I thought of you right away. And then you give them a compliment. You got to give them like 2 or 3 compliments. Write down next to people's names why you thought of that person. Be genuine, okay? You can't just copy and paste, okay? I thought about, I'm talking about Chris. I thought about you because I know that you're, I respect you as a businessman, and I know you're extremely well connected. I was curious. Do you look at other ways to make more money outside of what you're currently doing? He goes, well, yeah, who wouldn't? What are you working on? People are always going to ask you, what is it? What are you doing? They're going to need some details. But if you're a pro, if you listen to me, Shane, and the uplines, guys, sell the sizzle but not the steak, okay? Give a commercial but not the movie. You're on my time. I'm hitting 25 people up. If you come, you come. If you don't, you don't. I'm not ruining the surprise. And if you don't ruin the surprise, people are going to be curious and they're going to show up. And then, so Chris is like, what are you working on? And then I go back to my excuse. I'm stepping into the gym as we speak. However, I'm having a select few people come over on Thursday at 7 o'clock. It's 90% visual, and I want you to see it the exact same way I did. Can I count you in? He goes, yes, I'll be there. And some people are going to be more difficult. Some people are like, oh, you got to tell me something, this and this. I don't know, Eric. I'm not just going to come over. And that's when you have to have a backbone. I'm bold. Some people need to be a little softer. It's totally fine. But either way, just be strong and confident. Me, I'm like, fine, don't come. Some people, they'll probably be like, you know what, don't even worry. I'll catch up with you in a little bit. But the thing is, you never said one thing about Vima Body Verve or a business or anything like that, or opportunity. Use the words idea or project. It's proven, that people, because if people start hearing opportunity or business or Vima, they start prejudging. They start, before you get off these text messages, they start contemplating like, do I want to come or not? You didn't give any details, okay? Remember this. Don't tell them nothing until they can see everything, okay? But you do want to pre-qualify them by saying, do you keep your options open and making some extra money? When they say yes, say awesome, get them to your house. At least they know what they're coming for, okay? So, guys, I am all finished up here. I hope you guys learned some valuable things. I am excited about 2015. We're opening up a brand new market to the meatheads. Body build 25 grams of protein. Believe me, guys, I've tapped out every market. I got a lot of customers, but all my friends that lift weights with me, oh no, the body shake is only 16 grams. Well, we got 25 grams ready to drink. I got a new market. It's going to blow up. So you guys, if you're new, you joined at the right time, and it's time to get excited. And I just looked at rankings. Vima's like within the top 5 for growth and momentum in all of network marketing. So be stoked for what we have to offer. All right, much love. I'm throwing this back to Brad Sarver. Thank you for having me on this call, y'all.
All right, Eric, phenomenal information. I appreciate that, guys. Really amazing information all around. Man, my advice to you guys tonight, get excited, get fired up right now, and I'll leave you with this. I never end an event or a meeting without promoting the next one. In fact, the only reason to even have an event is to promote the next event. Everything we do is really all about what's going on from event to event. If you found this call helpful, if you got information out of this call, I want you guys, number one, next Wednesday night at 9 o'clock p.m. Central Time, we are going to be doing another training call, different topics, different speakers every week, but 1 week exactly from right now, unless it's like Christmas Eve or something, I can't remember. I better check the calendar on that one, and that very well might be the case. But we'll every Wednesday night, okay, with the exception of maybe if it's Christmas, I don't even know what day Christmas is. We are going to be doing this every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Central. If you're on this call, make it a priority to be on the next one, and make it a priority to at least have one person from your team on this call with you. Just one person on this call with you, guys. If you found it valuable, I'll tell you what, go on one of the Facebook groups, the Sarver Vima team, whatever. Leave a comment, leave a post talking about how valuable this call was and what you got out of it. I would love to see that page really blow up tonight with posts and comments. and make it a goal, make it a priority to be on the next one, Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Central. Have someone else on it with you. Promote it to a friend, send a friend the link. We're going to blow up this thing with some amazing information next time. Thank you guys for being on here. You guys have a great night. Bye-bye.